it's 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you are watching VTV News at the plenary session on Friday morning. The National Assembly discussion draft report on the performance, the 14th National Assembly, and the working report of the National Assembly Standing Committee. The Ethnic Control and Committee of the National Assembly for the 14th tenure, according to National Assembly deputies. The 2016-2021 term were a very successful term for the National Assembly in all aspects, from the lawmaking and supervision to processing the complaints and petitions of people. It was also dynamic and effective term for the National Assembly and were highly appreciated by voters. A large number of legal documents have been enacted in the past term that attend to the great efforts of the National Assembly and its culture in the Committee of the National Assembly in the 14th tenure. However, it is also necessary to recognize the efforts of the government, and the Prime Minister voters have highly appreciated the work of the National Assembly when shifting from the presenting report to the discussing issue. The chairwoman and vice chairman of the National Assembly were also flexible in moderating the discussion effectively. Voters are more interested in issues helping to supervise authority activities. Voters has commented on the opinion and behavior of each delegate and on both the content and quality of the National Assembly operations. That roles and voters have placed more trust in the National Assembly.
On the basis of what was discussed, delegates made a number of proposals for the new term to facilitate the National Assembly's role in being the voice of the people. Firstly, the National Assembly needs to strengthen the supervision of judicial issues so that judicial agency can work to avoid omissions, wrong judgment, and injustice. Secondly, aside from pointing out mistakes, it's necessary to pay more attention to difficulties and obstacles in the judicial system so that they can be removed to allow it to fulfill its assigned task. According to an update from the Ministry of Health, as of 6 a.m. Friday morning, Vietnam recorded 2 more cases of illegal entries from Cambodia, with 1 case in Hải Phòng and 1 case in Ho Chi Minh City. Currently in Hải Phòng, 21 F1 cases have been identified, all of whom had been isolated, and 19 out of 21 test samples producing negative results for the first time. According to the Center of Disease Control of Ho Chi Minh City, the COVID-19 patient in Ho Chi Minh City is a female born in 1996 of Vietnamese nationality, a makeup artist and a resident of Tra On Tan of Vĩnh Long Province. On February 16, 2021, the patient illegally crossed the border to Cambodia for work. In Cambodia, she lived with 2 people who are registered as residents of Hải Phòng. Due to the lack of job, 3 people returned to Vietnam illegally via fishing boats in Phu Quoc, then traveled to Ho Chi Minh City by sea and land. Currently, the patient is being isolated and treated at Củ Chi Field Hospital. As of today, the country has 2,581 cases of COVID-19, of which 2,265 cases.
Due to the lack of jobs, 3 people returned to Vietnam illegally or fishing boat in Phu Quoc, then traveled to Ho Chi Minh City by sea and land currently. The patients is being also located and treated at Field Hospital as of today. The country has 12,518 squad cases of COVID, of which 2,265 cases have been recorded. Participants who received the nano-COVID during clinical trial or healthy test results have shown that vaccines have the ability to kill virus and rapidly produce antibodies. These were announced as meeting and working sessions between Deputy Prime Minister and military medical academies on Friday mornings. The second interest in phase 2 clinical trial has begun for 560 people at 2 locations, the military medical academies and Long An, with interim results demonstrate the vaccine safety and ability to reduce individual. The research team will finish phase 2 clinical trial by the end of April and proceed with phase 3 clinical trial with the aim of quickly bringing the preventive vaccine to the market. The Medical Ethics Council of the Ministry of the Health has considered and agreed to shorten the time and number of people participating in phase 3 clinical trial. According the testings will be carried out according to the control methods of comparison is to one small COVID-19 vaccines already circulating in the market.
This is the standard procedure issued by the World Health Organization. In the process of coordinating patrols on the borderline at the Binh for Station Long An province, competent forces discovered 12 subjects of Chinese nationality, looking for a way to illegally cross the border to Cambodia. According to the authorities, the subject claims that they entered Vietnam illegally on March 20th across the northern border area. After work, they moved to Long An, and after 5 consecutive days of traveling at 5:30 a.m. on March 25th, when the subjects arrived at the bridge area of the KT-10 Canal, the section adjacent to Cambodia, they were discovered and arrested by patrolling forces. Authorities have also taken disease principal measures. From the beginning of 2021 up to now, the Long An Border Guard has recovered and arrested 19 cases, with 109 people attempting to enter or exit the country illegally. Long An District, Bắc Giang Province, is home to more than 15,000 hectares of lychee. On March 12th, Long An lychee became the first Vietnamese product to earn a geographical indication certificate from the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fishery of Japan. The GI certificate is proof of the quality of their local lychee and should pave the way for other Vietnamese lychees to be shipped to foreign markets with strict import standards.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Wing, and today I'm going to show you how the weather is going to be like on Sunday, is today, and for the next week forecast too. As you can see, yesterday there was a heavy rain at night, and the temperatures was low, about 26 to 27, and the rain is continue at this morning too, at 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and now the temperature is 31 degrees. But later on in this afternoon, the weather is going to be cloudy. The temperature is lower, about 29 degrees, and at night the temperature is 28. As you can see, next week the temperature is okay, about 24 to 31 degrees. And all days is going to be all cloudy with wind. But except for Monday, on Monday they will have a heavy rain and the temperature is low, about 25 to 26 degrees. So remember, when you're going outside, bring along your umbrella and your raincoat, and remember to stay warm on Monday too. Again, my name is Wing, and wish you have a good week.